Rob, many congratulations into the semi-finals of the Grand Slam of Darts. You pretty much had that one all your own way from a long point into the game.
Yeah, do you know, I felt so awful. First 10 legs, and I look up at the board and I feel like I'm averaging about 83. I felt awful because I'm not scoring. I think it took me an age to it, and I've won 80 tonight. But yeah, I look at it and it's 97. I thought, it can't be that bad. But yeah, still kicked myself, still struggled, and I'm just glad I started to get the under 15s going, and that was the deciding factor to why I won 10 straight, you know.
Yeah, from 6-all, 10 legs in a row against the player the calibre of Damon, that must please you.
Yeah, of course. I've done it before though. I was close to doing it before in Australia, you know, and he just switched off, and he's a great player, you know. First off, his doubles were mint early, and then it just didn't work out for him, but he'd come back and he'd be stronger and be better too, you know.
Going into that final ad break, do you have to apply yourself properly? Because when you're that far in front, when the winning line is in sight, just not to switch off and do anything stupid?
Yeah, I suppose. Look, I don't know. I just come out. I just thought I just want to get this done. You know, I'm not really happy with the performance. I thought to myself I'll play a little bit better. I don't know what I finished with. But at the same time, look, it's enough, and we move on to tomorrow. Tomorrow I need to bring that A game.
2 games from glory. Daring to dream yet of adding this one to the CV?
Nah, not at all. Not at all. 1 game at a time, you know. We play Stevens tomorrow. Got to be professional, and they're long slogs, I could imagine. I've got no experience at it either, so I could stand here like a neutral at the minute, you know. Going to be a long day, but at the same time, if I play well, I've got every chance to lift it at the end, but just 1 game at a time.
Everyone's saying it's you and Luke Humphries on a collision course for the final. You two are the form horses in these semi-finals. Would you agree with that you are the form guys?
Look, darts is weird and wonderful. How many times have we ever looked at anything in a draw, wherever, worlds, whatever? People lose. And look, that's the game. That's why the fans love it so much. That's why everyone loves it so much. You can go in there 5-1 on, but don't mean that you're going to win, you know.
Rob, many congratulations.
Cheers, mate. Rob, you said long slog there. It is a long old day tomorrow, semi-finals and final over the best of 31. Are you prepared for all of that?
I don't think weight-wise I'm prepared, but I will be prepared. I've had long days on a dartboard before, and Europeans are very gruelling when you've got them 4 games in a day. You seem to that little middle bit. So you play your game, you win your game, and that little middle bit is the most crucial bit. It's how you walk back into the building, maybe after getting food and stuff, and how you feel then. Until you're there, you don't know. So for me, you know, I'll come in, I'll prep myself like I normally do. I get myself up for the game, and literally just walk in, play that first game, and we'll see how we are after it if I was to win it, you know. But it's a dangerous opponent tomorrow.
You'll be the second semi-final on, which means obviously there'll be less preparation time before the final. If you were to make it there, do you see that as a disadvantage at all? Or?
I think it's actually quite good now. I never used to like going second. I always would say that on the Europeans, you know, I didn't think it favoured you. But now, look, I get a few more hours in bed. I can just get my head down, enjoy it, and look, come in. Long as I'm right for the semi, then everything what's left after that, we give as much as we can. But you've got to get there first.
How many more levels do you think you need to go through to add this one to your collection?
I don't really think or sort of add. I just want to get the game out to where it is, you know. And I've been playing lovely, and I'm enjoying it again. Tonight was a struggle. I sort of felt a bit stressed with it tonight, really. Averaging 97 and just can't find it. Just couldn't apply that pressure sort of early. We get through that, but at the same time, tomorrow's just a different ball game. Just get my head down, do what I'm doing, and the levels are there at the minute if they want to come out.
Okay. Cheers for your time, Rob.
Cheers.
Rob, you won that match, winning the final 10 legs of the match. Is it difficult to maintain that focus when you can see Damon obviously struggling up there and beating himself up?
I don't know, I felt like I beat myself up for the first 10, you know. It's one of them, it's not a nice thing, but at the same time, look, we're all professionals and we all have to do a job, and I'm not going to lie, I'll sit there at the end of the game and I want to win the game, you know. But yeah, it's not nice when they struggle, but at the same time, you just got to do a job. And he's young enough, he's dedicated enough. I've said it all day. He's the truest professional, one of the truest professionals I've ever met in a game. You know, he works hard, he plays everything. Look, he'll bounce back.
I know that you've touched on it, but when you're on the Euro Tour on the final days, do you prefer to play the last game so you can just focus on the darts and not really have that break to sort of take the focus away?
I think I used to be bothered, but now, no, not fussed. I'll play first or second. I've sort of, I can't even remember how I won my Euro Tour like that, but even on TV we have long days where it's 3 games. I've won it both ways, whether I go first or whether I go second. So I'm just not bothered now. You just got to back yourself, you know. If an horse is going to run 6 furlongs, you're going to run around as fast as you can. And that is it, you know. It'll all be performance at the end of it. And it won't be nothing about who goes first and who goes second. It's who comes out and wants it more and just grasp it, you know.
Do you think this run to the Final 4 here is a culmination of what you've been doing away from the TV? Because on the tour this year, you performed very, very well, tumbles averages, picking up titles. Do you think it's just the end of a really good season for you, of course, with 2 tournaments still to go?
Yeah, of course, 2 big, well, the last one's the pinnacle, you know. But this year I've enjoyed darts. I think it's showed, you know, with the wins what I have had. I've blown a couple of other things and not sort of really picked up where I need to pick up and in them games. But at the same time, look, your darts is only where it is. You can't just say to the man, oh, chuck me another 15 points on that because I need it, you know. It either comes out or it doesn't. And I just enjoyed it. That's pretty much like my first year and all. You know, I went out there, wore my heart on my sleeve and just enjoyed the game. And that was most for me, you know.
Cheers, Rob, thank you.
Cheers.
Rob, you're a 4-time major winner, so you're used to being in these late stages of these big tournaments.
Not lately.
Is the fact that Damon is still yet to reach a semi-final, do you think your experience was pivotal today in getting you over the line and getting you that result? Or?
Yeah, I suppose so. I suppose the experience does come into play. The difference is, you know, I made a final, like when I started, there was never no problem, you know. I made a Euro final, I got there, Van Gogh literally pumped me. It was brilliant, you know. And then you make a world final and you play the best player in the world. Yeah. And I got over that, you know. So there was nothing really, I suppose if I had any worries after all that, there was no worries there. I've been very fortunate to have that upbringing in the game so early. But Damon will get there. He's just, look, he's too dedicated. He's absolute class. Like I said, he's a true professional and he works hard. And I think that's the decent thing. I think sometimes, yeah, as people, we all look at numbers, last 8, last 4, last 2, and we can all be judgmental, even including ourselves. But look, when he's not bothered, he'd probably go and win one, you know, because he is that good.
Cheers, Rob.
Cheers, mate.
Congratulations, Rob. What are you expecting from Stephen tomorrow? It's going to be a pretty interesting matchup, I think.
Stephen's played really, really well, I think, for a long, long time now. You know, it's like a recovery route, isn't it, for both of us, I suppose. But look, you can't underestimate him. I think he's been playing great. I think he's going to be strong, you know, and that's Stephen anyway. That's where his game is at the minute. So if I don't come out, I don't perform, and I don't run at a high level, then, yeah, go home with my tail between my legs pretty much, you know. But that's life. I'll worry about my game and he'll worry about his, and the best man to come out on top at the end of it, you know.
Brilliant, well done.
Cheers.